Hey, hi everybody. I just saw your
Hello.
message. I'll look at that in a minute. Hi, Sydney. Boy, we got a
Hello.
show. All
Happy New
right, and I'll
Year.
go look at it. But matter of fact, I'm going to ask you to do the lead host of the show because we don't have a producer today. We
That's
don't have
true.
Melanie. Melanie's out working. So,
Yeah.
or maybe saving dogs. That could be too, huh?
Well, as you may see over my shoulder, Mortimer has decided to join us this today. However, he is napping. But when you're
Oh, and
11
by the
years old, you
way,
get to nap.
and he's not available for adoption. If you want
No.
Mortimer, once again, you got to go to findanotherdog.com. All right. And so, because he's already adopted, huh, Sydney?
That's right. He is my elderly gentleman.
That's right. Seniors are the best. They've been there, done it, seen it, and they don't care anymore. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, unfortunately, you don't get them as long in with you. So, that's the only
No,
downfall.
but it's definitely worth it to be like the last
Yeah.
source of joy and love
Well,
and giving him comfort
you changed his world
yeah,
for
and
for
he
the
changed
better.
mine. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So we went out for our walk today and he was a little stiff, but he got to meet new friends, which is his favorite thing. We had a group of 4 adults who saw us down the block and asked if they could pet him. I always say yes, but I always appreciate when people actually ask. But
maybe they
yeah,
should ask him.
he clearly was already saying yes, but
Got
I just made it official.
sounds like
He was
one.
like,
Sounds
we
like
made
our
eye
second
contact.
dog coming up.
Yeah. He made eye contact with the person who was asking, and he just like made a beeline
Boom.
for her. So,
Yeah. So you really didn't have a say in it, actually.
I mean, whatever's good for him is good for me.
I agree. All right. Okay. Moving forward, like I said, I'm going to ask you to do most of this, and I will make sure it's streaming to where we are supposed to be streaming to. It should be because I actually shared it to it after
Okay,
I
great.
scheduled it. But anyway, before we get going, some of you might remember last week we had Mountain Mama's Peers and Pups on the entire second half of the show, which actually ran over, and um, and we read a letter that was an anonymous letter that was written and stuff that supported most of what Ashley was talking about. And Ashley had mentioned that she had sent off a proposal of changes that would keep you out of trouble and actually allow a rescue to have fosters in that county. They've got a dog limit of 3. That means it also includes rescues. So that's the proposed changes she wanted, and I'm going to post a link in the comments if you want to read those changes. How about that? Okay. And I've got them up on New Hope's Facebook page, and that's where the link goes. So there's that. Now we can move forward, and we hope that they can make these changes because the dogs deserve it. About the best I can say.
They do.
Um,
Yes.
yep. So Anna's first up, huh?
Yep. So
She's
we
got
have
a
3 guests
she's got a
today, and
new video.
yeah, and all of our guests today have been in foster for quite a while, so our fosters know them really well. And so it was high time that we highlighted them again. So our first guest up is Anna with Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.
And we're going to play her video. And I'm going to go see if
Yes.
it's playing on GPRS's Facebook page. How's that? All right, here we go. Well, hi, Chris.
Hello.
By the way, Sydney, yes, it is playing. You just have to scroll down a little further. They posted some stuff above the scheduler.
Okay, great.
Hello again, Steve.
Are you going to take over, Sydney?
Yeah. So I just wanted to put up. We already had a comment during Anna's video because she's so.
And we love her badger face too.
Yeah. Now that is a heart melting moment.
She is being incredibly loving right now.
She's ready for the show, is what you're saying.
Yes, she is.
And that QR code that just came up on the screen, if you scan that, it'll take you right to her profile. And I'm going to put her.
That is so cool.
Yeah, and I'm going to put her profile link in the comments right now. Well, go ahead.
So,
Krista.
So Krista, let's start out with how long that you've had Anna in your home.
We have had Anna for, it feels like 4 months. It feels like an unusually long amount of time for a foster, especially one as good as she is. And I have a feeling that has a lot to do with the pet finder debacle, because she's super cute and she's a really good dog. So I don't know why we haven't been able to get her adopted yet. We haven't, I guess somebody hasn't stumbled upon her that's just fallen in love with her.
And Pet Finders is worth mentioning. They've got, I don't know if it's resolved yet. They had serious server issues. And I don't know if it's been resolved. And thank you, Rebecca. Rebecca is watching from Great Pyrenees Rescue Resources, Utah, Montana.
Yeah, I think our dogs are back up on Pet Finder, but they also had some updates too that caused trouble with us, like the animal profiles being pushed out to the public. She is just front and center today. I love it. And remind us how old she is now.
She's about 1.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had a really good day today, actually. Anna's had some struggles with confidence since I got her in our home, and just really a little bit cautious around people. She loves dogs, though. Every dog she comes in contact with, she's instant friends and wants to play. And then if they don't want to play with her, she also respects their boundaries. But we've had a lot of confidence issues with her riding in the car, with her not so much being introduced to new people, because she is very curious. Even though she is cautious, she is very curious. So she wants to be friends. She just wants to feel you out first before she commits to that.
And some dogs can do that.
Yes.
The good news is you can confidently walk her without turning into Cujo when you meet another dog on a walk.
Yes, she is not very interested in pulling on the leash and running to the dog that's walking across the street. She's curious and she'll watch, but she makes walking 3 dogs at one time very easy.
Wow.
She's really great with cats. She wasn't at first. She was thinking that they were a little play toy. And so she'd give them chase a couple times, but after she learned we don't play with, like, they are also part of our herd. We also protect them. They're not our play toys. She's very good with the cats now. And I think you'll have a picture of her in that video of her playing with one of our cats that thinks he's a dog.
I'm going to go, I got a picture of her, a couple with a cat. I'm going to go see if I can grab them while Sydney resumes here. And
so here's what I love right now. She has like mega ear hair in the front. It looks awesome. It's so great here. It's almost like pigtails. Krista, I think you may have frozen.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No. So I'll give her a second. But so Anna is turning 1 this month. As you can see, she is gorgeous, but she is really, She loves other dogs. As Krista said, she's what I like to call a dog's dog. So if you have a dog that loves to play and really needs a canine best friend, Anna's a great candidate. And she's super, super soft and beautiful. And there we go. She's with her.
I see it.
Oh,
Hi, Krista. Hey, I found that picture.
how cute. Oh my gosh, they're just so adorable together.
They do.
Anyway, yeah, we had a picture of you up, so I had grabbed a picture of her and put it up. That way we
What you
can
doing?
we can break the monotony.
And Krista, can you just remind us, like, how many dogs were in your home and who Anna's best friend in the home is?
Okay, so currently I own 2 dogs
Okay.
and I'm only one right now, and that one is Anna. So we have 3 dogs. We have 3 cats as well. Can you hear me all
Wow.
right?
Yeah. You cut out for just a sec, but you're back.
Okay.
Yeah, now we
I
know
have
why
great-
it's not so good outdoors.
Well, my router's like right there. So I don't
Hard
know.
to go through walls.
It's usually better right here than it is in the living room. But I feel like Anna's more comfortable outside. She's got more space, and it's less weird that I have her on a leash outside than it is when I have her on a leash inside, because she doesn't really like to be around the computer. It freaks her out.
That's because there's so many strange sounds coming from it.
Yes, she's like, what is all of that movement up there?
She doesn't appreciate the paparazzi. I get it.
She does not.
Yeah.
She's kind of a recluse. So I have a 3-year-old Great Pyrenees, Malu, and that is her best friend right now. He is our most confident dog. He is very playful. And so she looks to him a lot for guidance around the house. When she first came here, every time we would have a new person come in the door, she would look to him to see how he would respond. And then she would look to me to see how I'm responding. And then she would approach the person. We have an older dog in the house. Max is particular about who he lets in his space. He doesn't like dogs, but he tolerates them. And Anna is very sweet. She tries very hard for him to be her best friend. She'll lick his lips in a very submissive way. She cowers to him, tries to get him to play. Occasionally, she'll forget who she is and who he is, and she'll go bop him on the head and try to play, and then she'll immediately realize, what am I doing? And she'll leave him alone.
Is she winning him over in anywhere?
He rarely snaps at her. He'll growl. He'll give her lots of warning, but he doesn't snap at her like he did in the beginning. So
Awesome.
nobody's
people,
ever been able to win him over. So I don't anticipate her doing it, but she is doing a great job at respecting his boundaries. And maybe you want to play today? No? Okay.
and the thing of it is that she understands the communication. All right. Always remember that a growl is good. The air snap, that's because the growl didn't work. All right. That doesn't mean they're going to get bit. That means they're trying everything they can to communicate that they're not comfortable. Okay. And if we continue to ignore it, then you got to be prepared for the consequences without blaming the dog.
Yes. Well, Anna's very good at recognizing before we get to air snaps. She's very good at recognizing the growl and being like, well, I'm sorry. Okay.
There's the question of the hour.
How is she with kids? Thank you for asking, Debbie. I have a 13-year-old at home. She does great with, like I said, she's a little intimidated by people, especially people that are not very predictable, not very consistent. So I have a feeling that when she gets around young children, she will not be all over them. She's not going to try to go bop them. She's probably going to stay on the outside of the room from where they are and try not to interact with them as much. But I don't think that she would ever be aggressive.
They do.
They're unpredictable.
Yeah, they're unpredictable. And that's going to, it's not going to be the fact of like or dislike. It's going to scare her.
Yes. I don't think it'll scare her to the point of being aggressive. She has never been aggressive.
No, she'll retreat.
Yes.
Yeah, so probably younger children or people who have younger children over often, it's not going to be the best fit for her because she won't feel comfortable. Not that she will turn into a scary dog, but that she's possibly nervous and scared herself. Because it's true, young children they have erratic behavior. And they're just being kids, and that's okay. But that's
they
why
can
we
be
work
annoying.
so hard to find a good match. Because it's important for the people, and it's really important for the dogs that we are setting everybody up for success. So I had a dog that thankfully, I don't really have young children around to visit, but when they did, I had to keep things separate for everybody's comfort.
Yep. And always remember too, this is a giant breed. That means they're big. All right. And they can accidentally knock a child over by wagging their tail and hitting them with the tail. I remember that happened one time a few years back with a dog. And I mean, they didn't blame the dog, don't get me wrong, but that opened their eyes. Okay. Oh boy, what are we doing here? And so, by the way, the dog's still there as far as I know.
Yeah.
So,
Krista, do you think that she would do well in a multi-dog home?
Absolutely. She is going to need at least one other dog that is playful and welcoming to her. Like if it were just this guy here who doesn't like other dogs, and this is how he tolerates her.
Is this the guy that she's trying to win over?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes. So he tolerates her in his space now, but I really think she needs more of a companion than what he could provide. She needs somebody that's going to play with him, play with her, that's going to be a confident leader in her pack, somebody that she can look to for direction because she is quite young still. And I don't doubt that as she gets older, she will become confident in a house. It's just going to take a little bit of time and a little bit of patience to get her there. She has grown significantly in the 4 months that we've had her, but also she's coming straight from a shelter into our house. So we might have the most trying period of her growth, but when she gets into a new home after she's used to being here with us in foster care, you may see more growth in that department.
Thank you for saying that, because that's a lot. That's a huge piece that people don't always know or understand.
You put that perfectly, and that's hard to explain. And always remember, she's familiar. The bar's raised with her. She could have certain expectations that out of a home, and as long as you treat her like a dog and don't expect too much and give her some time. And she's the one wearing the watch, not us. Okay, so she determines the time. So you get her feeling safe, and you're going to have an awesome dog there.
We're getting there. Yeah, it's taken her a little bit longer than I normally see in fosters, but she's getting there.
But see, the thing of it is that Krista's doing all the hard work. Okay?
Yes.
That's amazing. Now, keep in mind that you're going to have to pick up where she leaves off. All right. And there might be a little bit of an overlap. So, because you're going to move her, you're going to destabilize her. She's going to say, oh, who are you? Where am I? And where's my mom? Okay.
Yeah.
So we have
the
to show
people
her
that I'm comfortable with right now.
Yep.
That is something that I do remind the people that are adopting dogs, especially nervous dogs. She's not particularly nervous. She's cautious. But any kind of travel that she experiences is going to upset her. So the dog that you see on the screen right now may not be the dog that you receive directly off of transport. They're going to be very stressed, and it's going to take them a couple days to calm down.
Yep.
But she'll get back.
And it could take a while to calm down, but don't put a timer on it is all. It's how she feels. The feeling has to change, and we can't put a timer on that. I can't stress that enough, because we put a time limit on it, every dog will fail. All right. She doesn't have a watch. If you buy her a watch, you might be able to put a time limit on it. Look at her. I love her tongue out. I love her tongue out pictures.
She has the longest tongue ever.
Yeah.
When she's really in the throes of playing, and she'll stop and her tongue will fall out the side of her mouth, and it will look like it belongs to another dog because it is so long.
Right. And also for the any adopter, anybody that adopts Anna, and if you're running into a situation and you have a question, her foster, nobody knows that dog better than Krista does. And that would be my first point of contact, not a trainer. I would talk to Krista. All right. And she might be your best. And then if she can't answer it, then she'll point you in the right direction. Resources are there. Great Pyrenees Rescue Society has got some amazing resources.
Absolutely.
I love to track my previous fosters their entire life, even beyond their life. I've made lifetime friends because of this.
Kind of stalk them, but and she had an Akbosh one time. Can't remember his name now, but I was going to ask you how he was doing before the show, and I forgot. So, you know which one I was talking about. They were talking about the new adopter was having some problems with him, which we expected. And at the last I had heard, you resolved them, or was on the road to doing it. And I can't remember who it was. It's been about 2 or 3 years now. So, was
it the one with the TV? The one who was scared every time the TV came on.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. He was afraid of everything.
That was his new name is
was his old name Coltrane?
Big Hero 6, the white. His new name is Baymax. I cannot remember his foster name.
All right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're going to have to move forward here pretty soon because we don't want our other two guests to fall asleep on us down there.
Okay, sorry.
Well, thank you so much, Krista, for sharing about Anna. And Anna, good job today, girlfriend.
Anna did great today. And so
this is 1 year different from the last time we were on the show when she was burying her head in my lap on the couch.
I thought he did.
It was what, 2 months ago that you were on last?
Yes, it's been a while.
Wait, you said he didn't like other dogs, but yet he walks right under her.
She has grown on him a little bit. He tolerates her now.
So when she gets adopted, he's going to miss her. Is what you're saying.
No, I don't think he will. Milo will.
All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. If you want to read her bio, the link is in the comments. Krista, you going to stay for the show or you got to go?
I'm going to go.
Okay.
Thank you. It was good to see you, Nana.
All right, Krista.
Thank you, Sydney. Thank you, Steve.
Where did she go? There she is. All right. Wow. Anna is amazing. All right. And her badger markings are actually very perfect too. So.
Oh, they're so beautiful. Yeah. And speaking of beautiful, our second guest is Peanut.
Now, should I play his video because it was in the countdown timer?
We
got time.
Let's just bring him on because
Amber, get ready.
I'm excited to see Peanut again, and he is one of my favorites.
She's got him doing backflips down there, so let's wait a second here. There we go. Hi, Amber.
Hi.
Look at that. And what is that on his feet and why?
Those are his meat mitten covers, socks. He doesn't take them off. They just got a little bit of elastic around his ankles because as sweet and gentle as he is, and even though I trim his little claws, he has a tendency to, when he bumps the walls, to leave marks that I've had to fix. So
because he's so freaking big.
Down. He sleeps upside down with his feet against the wall, and then when he wants to get up, he sort of gently parkours himself.
Or if he happens to run in his sleep, you got a hole in your wall.
And just those big floppy feet. So one day I put a pair of my socks on him and he left them. So I'm like, all right, we're making that a permanent thing. So yeah,
look at him.
He's like, what's the big deal, man?
He could care less if those socks are on him.
He's so cute. I just cannot get enough of him.
Yeah, and just for the record, this dog gets along with anybody that breathes, okay?
Yeah.
Man. He's just amazing.
I'm a little biased. I got my other dogs next to me here, but I think Great Pyrenees are the best breed there is, just because they are so chill. For example, I take him for a walk around the neighborhood. The kids start to recognize us, and they're like, "Peanut," and they race up to him. And I got these little toddlers who just wrap their arms around him, and he just wags his tail and just.
That's a trait that not many Great Pyrenees have.
Oh,
Usually, when somebody approaches, you got to stop them and ask the dog if they can approach. He's got an open invitation for everybody.
maybe he learned from my other peer. I bring her to school, and she's used to the kids approaching her and loving on her. So maybe he took his cue from her.
Maybe. Or maybe that's just his personality.
Could be just his personality. So
Now, he's got a little quirk, doesn't he?
he's got a little what?
Quirk. A little
Yeah.
part that makes him special. How about that?
Yeah. So, I mean, he's been with us for 8 months now. He's got some interest, but we haven't found the right placement. He did get some more interest over the weekend, but it was hard to find just the right person. So the reason he ended up with us was because he was in the shelter and just not doing well in a kennel alone. And that's how he found himself. He used to have a family. The family split up. He got left alone, and he had never been home alone.
Now, how old was he when you got him?
He was 5.5, and he was with
he
the other
had a family for 5.5 years of his life.
Yeah, they had him since he was a puppy. So his entire life until then, he was used to having someone home who worked from home with him all the time.
Care for him. Clearly a good family.
Yeah, so he was used to that. He's kind of taking a nap. We've already done our walk today. But he was used to having someone home alone, and then when they split, they put him outside. He didn't like being left home alone. And so he did develop some anxiety. Then he was left at the shelter. So we took him in because my husband's home all the time. And so having that consistency where someone's home with him, and just finding a routine again, it took a while. Like even just me leaving in the morning, when we first got him, he would just panic. Like he did not know what to do when people were leaving. And so now he still doesn't like it. He prefers to be hanging out with his people. But
it's not a panic attack anymore.
It's not panic anymore. Right.
Now it's just disgruntled.
I will watch him on our camera, and he cries the whole time. He's like, "Please come back. Please come back." But it's not this wide-eyed panic when we first brought him into our house. So he's kind of figured out that he's safe again. And so that's our goal when we find his forever home, is that they set up his routine, someone who works from home, also a fence tall enough for him. Luckily, he has been asking for more independence, which is huge. So he's been asking to go outside. He's not glued to my side anymore.
Wow.
And go and hang out outside.
Why is that significant? Why is your backyard significant?
Well, 2 reasons. One, he can't see me. And so he used to never leave me out of his sight, or my husband. Like he had to watch and make sure we didn't leave. Now he can go out there and so be out of eye contact. Like he doesn't know where we're at. So that independence was huge. And also he can walk over our fence. So that
you've got a section of fence that's low, don't you?
We do. We have a section that.
Well, actually, the ground's higher. The fence is the same size. The ground's higher.
Yeah. It's just the rocky backyard of southern Utah. But I've watched him twice now where he's put his paws up on our fence and said hello to people walking by.
But he was greeting somebody.
He was greeting a little girl who just happily came up and pet him. And then neighbors behind us were just so excited that he came up and put his paws on the fence and said hi.
Yeah. All right. Dear owners, how many people can come up to your fence and have that happen? Raise your hand. Oh, no hands. I see that. We got one.
He puts his feet on it. No problem. So
he's not a livestock guardian.
This boy, no, he'll hang out with them though. He's hung out with cats, dogs, a goat. The goat wanted nothing to do with him, but he laid down next to
typically a goat doesn't.
So yeah, he's a good boy, but I don't know if he would do livestock guardian because he would go wander to find a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he won't be placed as a livestock guardian because that application won't be considered for him. Now,
Nope, he is looking for
the
a home.
farmer's market, can
home.
we talk about that?
Yeah, so his favorite day of the week is Saturday. We go hit up a farmer's market. We greet the vendors. They all know him at this point. We started going to a new market this weekend, so that was fun. And just, I can't walk 2 feet with people coming up and just petting him and loving on him. That counts as his exercise for the day. And his tail just doesn't stop wagging. Nothing right now. He's just sleeping. Like, this is his like downtime. But when he wants to be social, he's just, his tail is wagging and he is happily going from stall to stall to greet everybody. And the hopes that they
This
give him.
sounds like the perfect dog for Sydney.
It does, actually. I'm trying not to adopt him because
Well, that's what I
Because you
keep
wouldn't have to worry about him not getting along with Mortimer.
no. I mean, Mortimer loves everybody too. Mortimer is very much like Peanut, and he loves making new friends when on a walk. It's just like the walk has reached the ultimate moment when he gets to meet a friend.
Wow. Wow. Now, I remember that there was a little bit of a question on back to the panic attack. Your small dog, as it turns out, was having a problem too, wasn't he?
Yeah, this is the instigator.
Now, wasn't it determined that he actually would trigger
Yeah, so
Mr. Peanut into a
feed
panic
off of-
attack?
he learns, so he will feed off of. The little guy would just do his little Pomeranian circles and cry. And so that was a trigger for him where he's like, oh, we're panicking? We're panicking. So that wasn't
Okay,
helpful.
see the situation? So,
Yeah.
a confident dog. Now, you also have a confident Great Pyrenees too, don't you?
Yep. But she would just leave them to, like, you guys are a bit much.
Okay,
I'll just go on the other way.
so there's your difference. She's a confident Great Pyrenees, but she's not a mentor when it comes to that. And that's not unusual. Now, you could have a dog. He may not have a panic attack when you leave if your dog would go comfort him. Okay.
Yeah.
If she would go comfort him and help him, this may not have ever happened.
Yeah.
Well, at least to the extent that it did. He was not an easy dog, was he?
No, it took a long time for him to just be calm. Now, he's still sometimes, like, we call him a big baby because sometimes he'll just be laying there and all of a sudden he'll just start crying a little. And we're like, buddy, what's wrong? Like, would you have a story to tell us? He's not really sure. He just has
He
thoughts.
may have dreamed about his other family.
Maybe. Just having
we
some
don't know.
thoughts. So
We do know the brain on a dog can have similar brain patterns like we do when we dream, just so you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think now that we see like the whole party in the screen, you're female. She's not small, and but he is enormous. So remind us how big he is.
He is 130 pounds.
Okay.
So when I did get him, he one of his anxiety things is he wouldn't eat normal food. Like, he wasn't on a good diet. He would only eat like junk or human food. So it was a transition to get him to find a kibble that he would like and enjoy. I have that written down. I have a good track of like his likes and dislikes and kind of got him on a healthy weight, healthy food. So he is doing much better. And that is also just getting his weight down and getting confidence. His energy has definitely got up. So he also will enjoy going hiking with me. I mean, he's not like a border collie where he's going to be super agile, but he will do hiking and he enjoys it. And if no hikes, at least walks. So he likes to get out there and exercise.
Yeah, great. And I think you're sharing with us the same kinds of investment that Krista was making in Anna, right? So the you as a foster are investing and giving him a sense of equilibrium, and it takes a while to get there. And all the work that you and your husband are putting in, you're paying it forward to his forever family too. But it doesn't mean that he's gonna, as Krista said, it doesn't mean he's gonna go from how he is right now with you that level with a new family, because as Steve says, he'll be destabilized again. But I think all that you have experienced with him should be a huge encouragement that yes, he can get there. You just have to have patience and think about what the experience is like for him and meet those needs. And that's where we find the dogs really blossoming. And then everybody benefits from how well they're doing.
Is he alive? He hasn't moved.
I really liked how she said that too, how, we get them comfortable, we get to know them, we understand those quirks, but there is that transition period. So, I mean, even though he has asked for some independence, for example, I'm sure there's going to be some anxiety, like, why am I in a new house again? And just kind of settling in. But having another dog friend, as you mentioned too, would definitely be a benefit to him. Maybe
and
not.
You can offer advice too sometimes in a new home.
Yes, and
nobody knows him better than you and Tony.
Yeah, I hope he ends up local. That way, when a doggy babysitter is needed, he can just come hang out. He's such a good boy. Yeah.
There you go. That's actually pretty cool. If you want to go somewhere, you need a babysitter. Well, if they're not working, well, Tony works from home. But they would love to see their boy back. And now let me ask you a question. And I asked you this the last time you were on, which was 6 months ago or something like that. Why don't you just keep him?
We would love him, and I mean, it's now been 8 months that he's been with us. It probably took a good 5 or 6 to really work through his issues. So like now he's finally like settled into the home and just, I think he's doing better. And so if for some reason, like nobody came forward and had those recommendations or was able to provide the home for him, I think those people are out there. I think there is somebody who works from home, who has a 6-foot fence, who just wants a big love to hang out with them. But if for some reason it didn't, he wouldn't be a dog where I'm like, get him out of my house. No, he's such a good boy. So,
well, if you wanted him out, if you were going to say that, you would have said that the first week you had him. So, and you didn't. All right.
Yeah. No, the goal is that I help him, I get him to where he needs to be. And as much as we love him, we know that having a secure yard that he can play in and hang out would really be the ideal place for him. So
now, was he in your local shelter initially?
One town over. Yeah. So he was a local.
So you were the closest foster.
Yeah. I just saw him post on Facebook and saw Rebecca through Great Pyrenees Rescue Resources had posted, is anybody able to help him out? Because he was not thriving in the shelter. As you can imagine, human
really
locked in a kennel. He just cried all day because he had that anxiety. He didn't know why he was abandoned and not with his people. So
even a confident dog can lose their confidence pretty quickly in a shelter. They just don't have the staff. They can't give the one-on-one, and they don't have a house there.
Yeah, it's a little different, even though they did their best. I mean, he definitely has come into his own now being in a home.
Oh my God, that dog is amazing. He's just amazing.
Well, Amber, thank you so much for bringing Peanut on again. It was wonderful to see his progress, and he's just so stinking cute. It's nice to see him anyway. But we
got Santa down there. John down there. We don't want him to fall asleep.
That's right.
And besides that, Akira, this girl could steal the show now. Although she's going to have competition right here. Boy, can you stay on for the rest of the show, Amber?
Yep, I'll be around.
Awesome. I'll take you over to the side, and now I'm going to play Akira's video because it's a new one. All right.
Yep. Great.
The one that was in the countdown timer was the old one.
Okay.
So we're going to bring her up while the video's playing. Sorry, John, I forgot to show you the video before we made it public.
Hi, John.
Hi, I see me. Hey, Steve.
And there's that little pocket pier.
Yeah, I'm surprised she stayed still this long.
And she's pretty chill because normally she's quite playful, isn't she?
Yes, she's very playful, and she's in kind of a recovery mode. Her best buddy, Lucy Lou, was another foster. They would play hard all day. Lucy got adopted and has been gone a couple of weeks.
Oh,
Dogs grieve the loss of their friends like
yes,
people do.
absolutely.
So
She doesn't know she's adopted for a better life. She just knows she's gone.
Right. So she's coming out of it now. She's getting back to her happy face and doing her normal routine.
Oh, good. How long ago did Lucy Lou get adopted?
Just before Christmas, like the 11th, I think.
Okay, and she's just now getting over it, huh? Getting through it.
The last week or so, she's back to normal.
Okay. All right. And every dog is different in that respect. Would you agree?
Yes.
Some
My
dogs
dogs have seen so many dogs get in my car, leave, and not come back. They kind of expect that every time. I take a foster to a vet for a health cert or something. They're surprised when they come back.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question for you. Do you think Akira would wear socks like what Peanut had?
I don't know. She's very particular about things.
Yeah, all of mine are particular about their feet in general. Well, she is tiny, isn't she?
Well, it says that on her video and stuff, but she was actually overweight and close to 100 pounds when I got her.
Wow.
Oh, really?
And
wow, I got that weight somewhere.
Yeah, she looked like a 55-gallon drum with legs at that point in her life.
Yikes.
And
she's young. I mean, she's what, 5? So there's no reason for her to be overweight like that.
And if you've ever had, it takes a long time for dogs to lose weight.
Yes, absolutely.
Active dog, so she burns a lot of calories.
Yeah. And that's the key. A lot of green. Did she eat a lot of green beans when she was losing weight?
No, she did not.
Oh. That's usually my go-to.
She just had her food cut down a lot.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I meant. I cut the food back, but if it goes below what they're recommended to eat, I'll make the difference up with green beans. There's no calories.
Yes, I've had some that like frozen green beans, but she's not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, none of mine have ever liked frozen. They like canned, so I got to rinse them and everything. Yeah.
So she's about 70 pounds now. Is that right?
Yeah, it's hard to guess. She's very. There, I get the glare out. She's very muscular and solid dog. She's built like a brick, and. Tiny, I don't know. I would call her tiny. She's a smallish peer, but she's not tiny.
Yeah.
Well, tiny is defined by what you're used to. Right. Somebody that owns a Chihuahua, she wouldn't be very tiny.
So that's interesting. So her best play pal was another female dog, and Lucy Lou was young. She was a young adult. She was about 2.5 or something. So Akira she still has a little bit higher energy level for her age, it sounds like. What are the, because you have several dogs, John. So what are the other dogs that are in your home?
I have 2 older male peers that are between 7 and 9, and then a 10-pound Yorkie that's about 9 years old also.
And he's awesome.
And yeah. And when Akira lost her number 1 play buddy, she'll play with anybody, but not everyone's willing to play with her.
Yeah.
So she'll play with the Yorkie. When she got here, she was a big fan of small animals, and she's gotten over whatever that fear was that she might have had. She's been around.
He has a habit of getting them over it.
Yeah, there was a litter of puppies here a year ago, and she actually was like doing zoomies. I called it like it appeared like she was showing off for them. Let me get her back.
Could have been.
I'll be right back. She's
Okay.
right behind the car.
Okay.
All right. Wow. Now
Jo-
think
yeah,
about what
John-
he just said. Think about what he just said. About a year ago, there was puppies there. She's been in rescue too long. She's too good of a dog to not get adopted.
Yeah, John's been fostering her for a long time. And when he comes back, he did very slow intros. So I'd love for John to share with us about the slow intros that you did with Akira. And because I know, if I remember correctly, you did kind of layers of slow introductions with her. And so if you wouldn't mind sharing about that.
Yeah, I put a baby gate in the hallway between the garage and the house, and off of that is a laundry room where she lived there for 6 months, really.
For how long?
About 6 months.
Okay. So there was an issue somewhere that you were managing?
Yes, she was reactive to the 10-pound Yorkie.
Oh.
Very reactive.
That little butthead.
And there was a way for her to go outside to the backyard, and she could play with my peers out there. So she met them and knew them, but she just couldn't have free access to the house.
Okay. So now that's really slow introductions, and this is important. You recognize the fact that she wasn't ready yet and Yorkie wasn't ready yet. Is that correct?
Well, it wasn't like the genius with the light bulb thing. I thought they were ready because she was no longer slamming against the dog gate that separated them when the Yorkie went to go say hello. So I had her on a leash in the house. Everything went fine. After about a week of walking them as a pack, she went after the Yorkie at the front door. See if I can get her in the picture. She keeps getting lower and lower.
Yeah, I see that.
So we kind of rebooted, started all over again. And then there were some very young puppies that came here that I was nervous about, but she wasn't intimidated by them at all and really liked them a lot.
What breed were they? Great Pyrenees?
Yes.
Could that be the difference right there? Yorkie's not up here?
Apparently, she had been adopted prior, lived with a cat for a year, and then suddenly had a problem with the cat.
Okay.
So the information we got back when she was returned, it didn't really all make sense to me or to a lot of people. But I mean, she's a great. She's lived in my house now for a year with free access to everywhere.
Okay. How did she start getting along with the Yorkie? What changed? What did you do it, or did they finally sort it out?
They sorted it out. It just took time.
You're
and
very
patience.
good at it.
Yeah, there was no way to force that to happen early. It just she had to get over whatever was.
Yeah, and you didn't have a time clock running.
Whatever
you
fear
let them
dog
do it
went
at
10
their
times.
pace. So there you have it.
Yes,
this
because
was
the consequences. Right.
Yeah, and there you have it. Listen to, pay attention to what John just said. And let's repeat it. How long did it take before you could take that gate down?
About 12 months.
Okay. And when you knew you could take that gate down, it was obvious from both dogs, right?
Yes. And in the meantime, because she was kind of stuck here, other fosters were coming and going. And I was judging how she was with larger dogs and how and she kind of, softened. She had a
So you
hard
were
shell.
learning a lot too. All right.
Yeah, there
Good.
was a,
Well, so this was done right, is what I'm trying to get at. He didn't put a time clock on it. He let them do most of the work, and he kept them safe. He kept them separated, but not isolated. And you know, dog stuff can be overcome, and it's usually it's the human that runs out of the patience.
And the other part is like, you didn't go from 0 to 100 either.
Right.
There was like the next layer of, you know, taking it slow and watching everybody's body language and having the leash on her in the house. And again,
I've had an experience with.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've had an experience with a foster and one of my dogs that decided they didn't want to get along, and it is such a major pain, and
Scary.
It's scary. And then trying to keep two dogs separated, and then every time you think you're over the hump, you it's 2 steps backwards. So it's better to just make sure that a dust up never happens to start with, because once it does, I think they always view each other with a different eye.
Yeah. Always remember, you're allowed to make a mistake. John recovers from his mistake. He let him out too soon, and he put him back to safety. Always remember, a baby gate can do a lot. That's safety. They can interact because they feel safe because the gate can't let anything happen. All right. So, but it's got to go slow. It's got to go at their pace, not ours. All right.
And this is, you know, it's a third example. Yeah, a third example just today of the huge investment that a foster has made for a dog to allow an environment where that dog feels safe. I mean, Akira is beautiful, and people keep applying for her, but you know, we also need to make sure that she goes to the good home for her and the people, as we keep saying. But you know, again, like John, what you've done for her is allowed her to kind of be herself again, and then, you know, and give her an opportunity to go to a forever home. So it's always just, remember, you know.
Yeah, always remember, John's not a dog trainer. John reads the dogs. He lets the dogs kind of let him know what's going on and what their needs are, and when they're ready for another step. Okay. But the first thing he does is he gets them to feeling safe. They have to feel safe. All right. And sometimes it can take a year. Hey, John, maybe you'll get lucky next time and get a wild dog like that right there that wears socks. See, this is 3 fosters we've had on this show that have had their dogs for quite some time.
Yes.
Okay, John's had her for what, a year or better. 8 months for Peanut. I forget how long Krista said. She's the shortest, I think, but still.
But still,
these dogs aren't perfect. Don't expect to bring a perfect dog into your home. Oh, we talk about the perfect peer, stuff like that. Yep, in that home. Okay. Perfection is in your eyes, nobody else's. Okay. And John's doing an amazing job, and he's Santa. All right. He's amazing at that too. He's just good at what he does. So
you're not supposed to reveal the secret, Steve.
Oh, hell, I don't care. John didn't care. I don't know. I think John didn't care. But look at this. I mean, maybe you'll get a dog like that for your next foster, John.
Yeah. And Peanut just doesn't care when anybody else is getting treats either. He just waits for his turn. Yeah,
this would be probably the perfect peer, maybe even going on into the next house. But always remember, some of the primary stuff that's learned there may not travel with him. Okay. And same way with Akira. And that's good or bad behavior. If a dog learns he has to react to something because nobody else is helping him, and your next house, different person, different personality, and you don't put him in that position, you're not going to have that behavior. Simple as that. They're not an aggressive breed, unless you have a wolf as a pet. You might have a problem, but they're typically not an aggressive breed. They if you present yourself as a predator, they're going to treat you like a predator. Always remember that. They're livestock guardian breeds. But they'll fight to the death to keep you safe when you do the same thing for them. All right. We got to remember that there's an awful lot of dogs in rescue. So that's actually a loaded question, and they're still coming in. This is, I can't believe this. It's nonstop. I feel bad for the intake people because every dog they take in, how many couldn't they take?
Yeah. I think that's why what all of us do at all of these rescues that are for livestock guardians is a huge part of what we do is we educate.
That's right. So rescues, they have a hell of a job to do. They got the probably the hardest job, and they don't get paid. So they do it all for free. And, that takes a special person. Did you just give him chips or was that a treat?
It was a treat.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Look at this dog. She can hug him and there. Look at this. He doesn't care. Uh-oh, don't do this at home. All right.
You can do it with peanut only.
Censor you.
Yeah, with peanut only. Yeah.
Yeah, Peanut's the only dog you can do that with, and don't let a child try it. Because children, now is that treat for you or him?
It's a dog treat. And
have you ever tasted a treat to make sure it's good enough for him?
No.
I'm just asking. You're a school teacher. That's why I'm asking.
Funny.
All right, everybody. This is we've got Akira is Great Pyrenees Rescue Society. All 3 dogs links to their bios, and you can adopt them. They'll apply to adopt them right out of there. It's all in the comments. It's in the description. It's everywhere. And Akira is currently up. Her QR code is up there. Each dog had their own QR code. Yep. And personally, I don't use those. I click a link. But there's a lot of people out there that's not what they do. All right. So, oh, wow. She has Percy.
Good. Yeah, Percy's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Barbara.
Yeah, and that's what we want to hear. But every once in a while, there's going to be a hiccup in the road. All right. And we always got to remember our expectations have to be reasonable that the dog's capable of doing. Okay. We can't expect them to make all the concessions because they don't have human logic, for one. That means they can't know right from wrong if they don't have human logic.
Yeah.
Okay. So just remember that one, because everybody, I mean, we have a regular every day. We blame the dogs for something. All right. So maybe the dog didn't do it, but they still get blamed.
Yeah.
It always cracks me up. Everybody still freaks out when a dog growls because they think they're going to get bit. Well, yeah, you ignore the growl, you got to take that chance. A growl's communication. That's actually a good thing. That telling you the dog doesn't want to bite you.
Yep.
So
the dog saying, hey, cut it out.
Yeah, your next move's important. So
and
tell him you don't want to get bit, or tell him you don't want to be confrontational by stopping. And even take a step back. That's your olive branch. Don't put the back of your hand out. Years ago, we used to think that was the olive branch, but as it turned out meaning bite here. Okay.
Yeah.
So don't put your hand out there. That's part of you. And that's what the dog's leery of, is you. And that's part of you. Yeah. Wow. Pretty soon you and Peanut are going to look the same, aren't you? Don't they say that personalities kind of blend?
We like snacks. We like being chill. Yeah.
I love his socks. Though you're gonna have to try some tennis shoes on your next outing and see if he'll wear
Oh
tennis
my
shoes.
gosh. Well, again,
And you
thank
better
you.
get video of it, by the way.
Yeah, thank you so much for bringing on these dogs and letting us highlight them. And we're just excited for each one of them to find perfect homes.
Yeah, and I'm going to do something here right quick. I'm going to, instead of our normal, now we're just going to exit normally. I was going to play Peanut's video for the exit video, but then I got to remember to stop things and everything's automatic. All right. We'll get Peanut's video out there. How about that?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
already out there. It was in the countdown timer, the new one.
Yes,
so.
exactly.
All right, everybody. We'll see you
Bye,
next week.
everyone.
Bye now.
Bye.
By the way, Amber, Peanut, and Krista, and if you're watching, thank you very much for everything
Yes.
you do. John and Amber, you guys are amazing. You guys just amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Thank
Bye
you
now.
very much for coming. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.